What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hashwarehub. It's about 9:23 p.m. Eastern Time, January 24th, 2018. We're coming to you with a brand new trading video. We're actually going to be going over Bitcoin again. We did this morning too. And we will be going over Neo. Sorry. Neo. So Bitcoin and Neo are the two coins that we'll be speaking about. But first, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, upvote, and a resteam. Greatly appreciated. And if you guys are not on Steemit or on DTube, 100%. If you're interested in the cryptocurrency world at all, you got to be on either one of those, if not both of those platforms. Links are down below. I don't get anything for you guys to sign up through those links at all. It's just a shortcut for you guys to sign up. It gives a link to our page. If you feel that you need to sign up to our page, it would be greatly appreciated. We would hope you would sign up to our page there. Yeah, definitely get involved on Steemit and or on DTube. So let's get right into it here. This is Bitcoin. This is on a one hour basis, and if you happen to be watching our Bitcoin videos in the past, all of this should make sense. I know it looks like a big mess right now, but there's a lot behind this. So if you go for the past few videos, we'll at least bring you up to present day. What I don't want to rehash all of this. What I want to do is I want to focus in on the price action that is going on right now. Normally we don't do an evening update. It's not that this price action is so amazing or anything else like that. It's just that it's a bit of a tweak, and I want to show you guys how you need to start tweaking things, you know, as each bar of information comes in. So what we had done this morning was we drew this support line right here. Okay, and we also show you guys these two yellow lines that we've had here for quite some time, but I don't think I did a video on them. And then we had, it's kind of difficult to see, but there's a horizontal line. You know, maybe if I change a color, let me see, let's call it green. Yeah, okay. So now you should see like a green line. You're also going to see a dotted red line too. That's because that's exactly where the price is right now. So that green line is a horizontal green line. Okay, and this triangle formation usually says it's a bullish formation, and that it's going to go, that the price will then basically rise from pretty much the apex of the triangle, the distance between the apex of the triangle to the straight section. It'll rise that distance above. Okay, so you can go back. Actually, we did not say that exactly in the video. What we did, we had a update actually on our Facebook group page, which you should definitely get involved in. The link is down below there as well. Just click to join and we'll grant you access, and that's where we kind of give a little bit more update about what's going on if things are changing, and that's exactly what we said there. But the video you should go back to so you can see kind of where we started, and then the Facebook will show you kind of like how we refine that as more information is coming through, and then this video is another refinement on that. Okay, and I wanted to give you a little bit more of a peek into our world as far as a peek into my mind as far as how I go about identifying trades and also trends too. So what appears to have been kind of a bullish formation chart pattern now is showing that possibly it could be a bearish with a very, very small change. Okay, so what is that small change? Now, that small change is this red dotted line. Okay, once we got the information here, okay, it was pretty apparent that possibly this red dotted line should be what should be actually drawn, not this horizontal line. Now, we didn't really know that possibly, possibly what can happen on a horizontal line. Yeah, you can have a few bars that pierce through, and everything's all cool, everything's all dandy. It's not a problem. Okay, I wanted to see what would happen as we approach back up here, and what is happening is that this right here, this candle right here, came up and it kissed that line. Came right up and it really just kind of shook hands with that line. Let's take a look on it on a shorter time basis. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it came up to the line, it came up again, and then it starts selling off. So what do I mean by now it's a bearish signal? Well, if this is truly the case, right, then we don't necessarily have this triangle right here, this right triangle with a horizontal line. You have something that looks more like this. Okay, and this is an upward pointing triangle, an upward facing triangle, and that's bearish. That's more of a bearish signal. So, triangles overall tend to be obviously places for indecision, but obviously, which, makes perfect sense. Now, another thing I want to show you is this right here. And I don't know, my charts have gotten really messed up lately. I kind of need to redo them. The colors are all off and stuff like that. But you could see the descending volume. Okay, even if you don't even include these large peaks, you can look here too. Descending volume. Now, that tells us that this triangle really is in effect. So let's see what happens here. If this truly is a upward facing triangle, then we could be looking for possibly some sort of a reversal, coming back down again. If it's not, if it's this type of triangle here with a horizontal line, okay, like a right-sided triangle with a horizontal line, then that is a bullish signal. Now, with that said, with that bullish signal, I don't think it's really going to run up to the levels that it possibly could run up, because there's a ton of resistance here. But there's always a chance that it possibly could. So let's look at the next coin. Next coin is NEO. Okay. So NEO, we're looking on a 1 hour basis here, and we drew a line, a support line, all the way from here. Originally, we had a downward facing triangle that looked, the top was like this, and then the thing was drawn like this. And that would have been a pretty short correction. So I was never really truly in love with it, but it's what the market was showing us at that point. And then the market starts showing us this. Now this large support line right here. Right? The reason why I say large is because it has a lot of data points on it. The next thing here is I see that there's some sort of triangle here. Okay, but I don't really like it because it's too short. So it may be a triangle within a triangle, which we see a lot of. And then I have to go ahead and just draw another support along this line right here. And the reason why I do it like this is because it's kind of more into the wicks of these particular candles. It's a little bit different, but it could possibly hold out to be true in the future. And then there's another one, obviously, right here, which you got to take it from the top. And so this is kind of just me trying to just framing out some of the possibilities of what may happen. Now, the last time I think we spoke about NEO, is right about here. I think the market was literally right here. And we drew this triangle. I guess you can call it a triangle. It's more like a expanding channel. And this expanding channel has proven to be pretty accurate. So let me actually update it like this. And yeah, pretty accurate to say the least. So you know, I was getting comments, oh no, NEO is gonna run up from this point forward. Okay, I mean, they may be right. Yeah, I may be wrong. That's not a problem. I'm sure it's gonna happen many times. But what I see, when you start seeing a trend like this, it usually goes on for some time before it kind of turns around, right? And then where would it turn around? It's got to turn around somewhere around a support line or a resistance line, depending on which direction we're going, more times than not. It usually just doesn't turn around in space, right? I mean, you can even see here, right? This came down here. The market came down here from this large zigzag, came down here, hit this support line, right? Which is, you know, it's all the way back here, right? Hit this support line. Now, yes, there could have been other ones that it could have hit, but it did hit one, right? So you got to start drawing them in order to see them, in order to be able to plan. Okay. Even here, you know, when it rallied back up, I mean, yeah, okay, it's not a spot on resistance level, but I mean, there's clearly some resistance right here, right? So when we go ahead and we drew this triangle right here, we had gone over all this in our last video on NEO, but yeah, I mean, when you start drawing a pattern, more times than not, that pattern actually works out, or at least extends for a period of time after you identify it, assuming you identify it early enough. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason why you need to start drawing a lot of different things in the beginning before the market starts showing itself. So it then came down. It came down to the support level, and now it's starting to run back up again. So one thing to note is, okay, so look at this line here. I drew this triangle line right here, right? Now the top of this triangle. Now look, the market is piercing right through it, right? The market had gone ahead and pretty much kissed it right here. So this very well may tell us that, yeah, this could be a true line. Right? It could be a true top of the triangle, especially if it starts like trading along it and then it moves up, or trading along it and then it moves down. Yeah, then the market understands that there is some sort of resistance line here, and so then kind of like this, so then you lock it in, right? And then you start looking for the next thing. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned with NEO, I mean, I'd like there to be more correction, kind of, you know, going forward. I'd like that to happen because I don't think this has gone on long enough by any means. So I would like this kind of to be the end of this here, and then for it to come down, or it can continue on, and then maybe we draw another line. You know, it can continue on, make a high somewhere, you know, along here, and then it can come back down again. And it's another thing I should mention as well is that, you know, any near-term maximum or minimum, you have to draw that level horizontally. You have to draw it horizontally. When I say horizontally, that's really the only way you can draw it, or you should draw it correctly. But it has to be drawn. So why do I say it has to be drawn? For particular reasons like this. Let's say the market busts right through this. Well, where is the market likely going to end? You need to start predicting somewhere where it's going to stop. And I would predict, I think it's a very fair prediction, to go ahead and say it's going to stop somewhere around this yellow line. You know, it may not be at the yellow line, maybe a little bit lower. You know, we do have some some, you know, resistance kind of levels here from this triangle. But the ultimate high, you know, near-term high, is usually a place where, you know, things tend to congregate, prices tend to congregate. So we're going to leave it there for right now. This does look like it could possibly be the beginning of a motive wave higher. To where it goes, not sure, possibly here. At the same time, I can make a very good argument that the market needs to come back down again, because we do see, you know, some resistance, especially right here. So yeah, that's really about it for now. We will be speaking to you guys soon. Maybe we'll take a look at Bitcoin real quick, see what's going on. Nothing much just yet. All right, cool. We're gonna leave it there. Happy trading, guys.